Hey guys, welcome back. If you guys are new, welcome. If you haven't seen my videos before, go down to my channel, it should be there. Anyway, this video is about how I quit smoking while I was pregnant. I am pregnant now, so I must smoke. But anyway, so it was I found out I was pregnant when I was 3 weeks pregnant. I was smoking the whole time through then, and then I found out I was pregnant, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna stop smoking. My sister, when she was pregnant, she smoked the whole time throughout her pregnancy. So I was adamant on not doing that for my kid, because for me, it's like that baby's innocent, and that baby did not want to get a nicotine addiction. Like, I chose to smoke cigarettes. The baby did not choose that. And if, my son grows up and starts smoking cigarettes, that's on him. But I'm not going to do that in vitro. As a fetus, I'm not going to introduce that to him. I'm going to give him the best ever. So I was like that with everything throughout my pregnancy. I quit caffeine. I did not have sodas with caffeine. I did not have coffee. I did not have teas with caffeine in it. With the caffeine, the tea, I started out with black tea that does have caffeine and green tea. And then I transitioned into chamomile tea. So I had chamomile. Throughout my pregnancy as well, I did a keto diet. I ate a lot of salads. I avoided sugars. I had sugar alcohols that were okay for pregnancies. But I didn't do much of that. Like, if I needed some sugar or whatever, I had it. But I avoided, I didn't binge on chocolates and cookies and cakes and ice cream the whole time. I had, I watched my sugar intake. I watched my, my caffeine intake, and I said, if I'm gonna do that, I can't be doing that and then having cigarettes. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I decided to cut out the caffeine, the nicotine as well. I knew I was gonna do that. So how I did that, when I found out I was pregnant, I was 3 weeks pregnant, I continued to smoke. I was smoking cigarettes, but when that day I found out, I had just opened a brand new pack, or I took a couple out of it. I said, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna buy another pack. So whatever cigarettes I have here, that's only the cigarettes that I'm gonna be having. So if I want a cigarette, I can stretch it out, or I could just smoke that all in one day, which I think I ended up doing, just smoking it all in one day and quitting the next day. I was like, nope. It was the weekend, I guess. It was Saturday when I found out. So that Sunday, that Saturday night, that Sunday, that was it. I said, starting Monday, I'm not going to smoke any more cigarettes. I was the only one smoking cigarettes at the time. My husband, he was vaping. That also has nicotine, things like that. But he was vaping. And I was the only one with cigarettes. So all the cigarette packs that I had, whatever it was, wherever it was, I smoked it all to get out of my system, to make it out of sight, out of mind type thing. I didn't buy any more packs, and that was it. When I finished those cigarettes, though, on Monday, I said it was kind of hard to not have any cigarette. I used to wake up, go smoke a cigarette, have a coffee, things like that. The coffee was fine, but the cigarette was really getting to me. So I decided, I said, you know what? I am going to vape instead. It's a little better than the cigarettes, but it still has nicotine in it. So I said to myself that I'm going to vape, but I'm not going to get my own vape or my own e-juice or anything like that. So my husband, he vaped and things like that, but he had to go to work. So he worked the night shift, I worked the morning shift. So when I was at work, before I went to work, I would vape a couple puffs, and then I would go to work all day, don't have anything. And then when I come home, my husband's already gone to work. So I would go and I would wait until he comes home around 1:30 in the morning. I would take a couple puffs then. And I did that for about a month. And and that helped me wean off of nicotine altogether. Because at the end of the month, I said, you know what? I'm done. I only gave myself a month, and I said, that's it. I'm gonna do it. And at the end of the month, I said, take your thing, and I'm good. I'm done. It's it. And that was pretty much how I quit. I took my time because I knew that I was gonna have a hard time, and I much rather go and vape instead of smoking a cigarette when I was pregnant, because I felt like it was a lot better. And I took my time and I slowly weaned myself off of it. But I knew that I did not want my child to have a nicotine addiction as soon as he came out of me, because of me. And that was something what really strive me to do that, strive me to make sure that I quit and make sure that I didn't harm my kid in any way. It was hard, but my advice to anyone who's struggling with a nicotine addiction, it is a nicotine addiction. If you smoke cigarettes, you're addicted to cigarettes, whatever. Anyway, but if anyone is struggling with a nicotine addiction and quitting smoking while pregnant, maybe try that. And I forgot to tell you that I started the month with a high nicotine level. So they have different nicotine levels in the e-juice. So I started off, I think, with a 16. Then I went down to, I think, a 12, and then I went down to an 8, and then a 4, and then nothing. And I ended up vaping just nothing for like the last couple of days. And even though there was no nicotine, the sensation of like the movement of like, you know, putting something in your mouth, blowing out smoke, it helped. And so that might help as well to cut back on it. So if you don't have access to a vape, I mean, you can get it online, you can buy e-juices online, you can look it up. It really helps cutting it down. So just do it one day at a time and set a goal. Say like, I know I have to quit by like 2 months. So then you go and you cut it down. So if you smoked a pack a day, then say only smoke 15 this week, then cut it down to 10 next week, then do 10, then maybe do 8 the following week, and then 6, and then 4, and then you have 2, and then maybe do 1 cigarette a day for a while, and then cut down to maybe a half a cigarette a day. And it helps to cut it down slowly, and then you'll just quit. So that's my advice if you guys are wanting to quit smoking or even drinking, like even anything that you're trying to cut, even caffeine, do that as well. Caffeine, they have a limit. They say only like 500 milligrams of caffeine a day, I think, something like that. I don't know, or I don't know, don't quote me, but there's a limit. See if you are above that limit, try to get down to that limit if you want, or quit in general, and use those little tips, and just know that there's an end to it, and just know that you can always go back. Like, I went back to smoking as soon as I popped out my baby. I was literally in the hospital, and when they said I was free to like walk around, I went outside and smoked a cigarette. Like, I went back. It's no shame to go back, but for your kid, definitely try to take your vices and keep them to yourself, and just know that you have a couple months until you can smoke a cigarette. I mean, I don't want to get pregnant again because I'm not ready to give up that. I'm not smoking again. So yeah, that's how I quit. I hope this helped you guys. And I hope you like this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the notification bell button down below. And we'll chat. Like always. Peace.